The Delhi International Arts Festival, a multi-event, multi-venue festival of arts that made its debut in 2007, is positioned as India's signature festival. Spread over a period of 17 days, from the 7th to the 23rd of December, this festival infused a cultural energy across the national capital region of Delhi. Presented by the Forum for Art Beyond Borders, the Delhi International Arts Festival was organized by Prathibha Foundation, which has a track record of having created cultural and tourism equities like the Hampi National Tourism Festival, hailed as the Avignon of India, the Sharad Vaibhav, and the Eka Aneka Festival. The Delhi International Arts Festival followed an unprecedented model of public-private partnership in its truest sense. It was conceived and designed as a people's festival by the nationally awarded and renowned Bharatanatyam dancer, Prathibha Prahlad.
The Delhi International Arts Festival is conceived to be the biggest festival that India has ever seen. It's designed on the lines of the famous international festivals like the Edinburgh, the Singapore Arts Festival, the Beijing International and others. The reason being that India is now forging ahead as a global economic power, and I think it's time for us to assert our rightful place as a global cultural power.
The Delhi International Arts Festival is a projection of Brand India. As India rises to be a global economic entity, DIAF attempts to draw the attention of the world to India's soft power expressed through the arts. This festival aims at making Delhi the new cultural capital of the world. Mr. Tejendra Khanna, the Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, is the patron-in-chief of the festival. The Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, Srimati Sheila Dikshit, is its chairperson. The Delhi International Arts Festival is unique because it incorporates in its ambit every flavor, aspect and mood of art and culture with the best from the national and the international artists. In its debut year itself, the DIAF was hailed as the Apex Cultural Festival.
900 artists, 85 performances and over 40 venues. That's impressive. But what is more impressive is the fact that each of these venues had been chosen with great care and just the right performance was located in each venue. For instance, the choir, the West Music Choir, was located at the Cathedral Church of Redemption and at the Baha'i House of Worship. The moment of everybody coming out of the auditorium and seeing that translucent lotus temple was a magical moment. The 900 artists that we had featured in this festival included artists from the folk communities of India, well-known classical artists, absolutely masters in their field, and international artists. I think the spectrum was quite spectacular. This is a festival I would die to attend myself.
The beat of the drums at Tihar Jail heralded the start of the outreach segment of the festival, which was sponsored by the Sangeet Natak Academy, which took the classical arts outside of the Mandi House Mile. This segment had 11 venues spread across the National Capital Region of Delhi, including Gurgaon and Noida.
This is a multi-arts, multi-venue festival. The model that this festival rests on is the Bhagidari concept, which is actually the pet project of the Chief Minister of Delhi, Srimati Sheila Dikshit. This is public-private partnership in its truest sense. We have the corporate bodies, which are actually which have a CSR for the arts, like Airtel, which is our principal sponsor, and we have government bodies on which this whole festival rests, and these are the 4 pillars of the festival. The Sangeet Nat Academy, which is the national body of music, dance and drama, the IGNCA, which is Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts, the ICCR, the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, which brings in the foreign component for the festival, and we have the ITDC, the India Tourism Development Corporation, which has helped us with the youth festival and also with hosting many of our artists in their hotels.
Abhimanj Theatre at the National School of Drama was the venue of the theatre festival that featured works of 3 groups. This segment was inaugurated by Mr. Rakesh Mehta, Chief Secretary of Delhi, for whom this was his first engagement with the constituency of the arts.
Goa this Christmas, that's what we're going to do. We'll do Sydney next Christmas by the time a little bit has rolled in, yeah? All right. Today it was a wonderful audience, and we were getting a lot from you always catch an audience feeling, and it was a very warm audience.
I think it's a very creative initiative that has been taken, and the first event today which I came to witness was this brilliant play by Maya Rao, and if this is going to be the beginning, I think the other events are going to be equally creative and brilliant.
A special session in collaboration with the UNODC was organized at the India Habitat Center. This session aimed at familiarization of the artist community associated with DIAF with issues of social justice and human trafficking. The issues touched an immediate chord amongst the artists and even resulted in some commitments.
I was extremely empowered to see that Delhi International Arts Festival has collaborated with UNODC and has come forward with a concept as that. So when I attended that seminar, I thought it was a fantastic step towards awakening our own selves.
With Indian writers making a mark globally, DIAF celebrated the voice of the young authors in an exclusive program that included a book launch and a free-flowing discussion with young authors.
In fact, I spent a whole year out of school and living in my grandfather's home.
The chief guest, Nafisa Ali, participated enthusiastically.
I don't think you have too many platforms like this, especially for young authors, to go out there and speak about their book, their life as a writer, for example, in my case, along with the career that I have on a full-time basis. So I think it's just a wonderful, wonderful platform, and I was extremely excited. I think it's wonderful to promote readership.
I think just the access people get to it, the way you're doing it at different locations, people can travel more easily, they can come to various places at various times of the day and they can access art. I think it's a very good thing to do it like that.
So it gave me an opportunity to also share in their stories and of course express some of mine.
And then it was lovely interacting with them. It was lovely interacting with the audience, trying to solve somebody's problems who wants to write. And that's the sort of thing an arts festival does, bring out people like that. And you have a forum where you can talk to, interact with writers.
In the shadow of the serenely beautiful Lotus Temple, a concert of Western classical music was held at the auditorium of the Information Center of the Baha'i House of Worship. For the first time, a concert of Western classical music was incorporated as a part of a mainstream festival.
I think this festival is a brilliant idea, and I think we should make it a yearly event. You see, I always thought that Delhi should be put on the international network of music and events happening, and so far it hasn't achieved that. This is what in the field of Western music we have tried to make people understand that India was not just for Indian music, but it had a global vision.
I'm very, very happy to find a singer, Indian singer, who like Western music. This is a very good experience, human and musical. And I'm very happy to participate in the festival.
Well, we're very happy that the Delhi Arts Circle has included Western classical music today. And in this festival, it hasn't been done before. And I think it's very justified because there's so many Indians doing very well abroad also. And we find that in their own towns, they don't have a platform.
I think this is a wonderful festival that's able to show the various art forms of India, the tribal, the Western, the classical, dances, music, and including writing. I mean, this is a beautiful way to showcase the Indian heritage. The idea is that we are all one human race, and these different cultures only reflects the principle of unity in diversity. And the Delhi Arts Festival is a wonderful way to celebrate the same idea.
The concert featured young Indian solo and choir singers from the Delhi Opera Ensemble and the Delhi Chamber Choir. It was conducted by Gabriela Roder-Rechner. One of the highlights of the Delhi International Arts Festival 2007 was the Youth Festival at the Ashok Amphitheatre. Spread over 6 evenings, each evening featured 4 groups who showcased their talents in the field of music, dance, group and contemporary choreographies. The band, being the finale every evening, allowed for new audiences to become engaged with the classical arts. This segment of DIAF featured nearly 200 artists. It was partly supported by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports and was inaugurated by the Minister, Mr. Manishankarayya.
Well, it's a great thing, and that's why my ministry has supported the youth section of it. I think this is the kind of thing which a capital city needs perhaps more than it needs the Commonwealth Games. Let's just get going on the cultural side. Well, as I understand it, the intention is to make this a periodic, perhaps an annual function. And when you look at the artists that they have gathered together for this at one place and at one time,
This is the only festival in the country which is actually giving a platform to the young artists and promoting them.
I think this is a unique opportunity to different art forms to meet in one place and understand each other's art forms. And for the Delhi audience also, to see different dance forms like music, dance, and see and interact with the people, with the audience. I think this is a very great experience and to honor to be performed in this first festival.
एक साथ सारे भारत के जितनी कला हैं उन कलाओं को देखना वो एक बड़ी उपलब्धि है.
To have all these different kinds of performances and performers and forms of art, I think it's very good, and I think it's maybe showing that that Delhi maybe as mature as a city.
I think it's a great opportunity that has been given to youngsters, and there should be more.
Youth जितने भी हैं उनको लगता है कि हाँ कुछ तो चीज़ है जिसको इतनी अहमियत दी जा रही है.
I think it's really a great forum for youngsters to come together. A lot of youngsters would come and see the wide variety of arts that we have, ranging from classical to fusion to pure Western.
An unusual film festival of short films on arts and artists from around the world was curated and conducted as a part of DIAF at Alliance Francaise. The event featured 75 of the best international and documentary and short films on arts and artists. There was a special section on video dance taken from the Video Dance Festival of India, Dance Lens, organized by Cree Foundation, and the Festival of Films on the Arts by the Jatin Das Center for the Arts. The embassies of France, Germany and Japan participated actively, as did the Milano Documentary Festival. NetPac coordinated this segment of the festival.
For so long I've been seeing cinema as a part of culture. It's all the arts put together is in cinema. And I thought, why don't we just have films on the arts and artists? So you have films on sculpture and dancers and painters and architects, all the arts.
The point about film is that it is a combination of all the art forms. None of those art forms should be more important than any of the others in a film, but you have dance, you have music, you have the visual. So I think that it's a really exciting opportunity actually for a film festival to be located within a general arts festival.
So I'm very proud to have this film festival and Delhi Film Festival in Alliance Francaise. As you know, Alliance Francaise has a wonderful auditorium. It's possible to have a lot of film screening every day. So for us, the fact to have the Delhi Festival in our premise is really something very natural, and I want to thank the organizer of the festival to give us this possibility to have the public here.
Sangeet Natak Academy was one of the 4 pillars that supported the 17-day festival, and it was Shri Ram Nivas Mirdha, the chairman of Sangeet Natak Academy, who first recognized the potential and the vision of the Delhi International Arts Festival.
The earliest supporters of the festival were the 4 pillars, as I call them, on which the festival rests. The first is the Sangeet Natak Academy, the national body of music, dance and drama. The chairman and the secretary of the Sangeet Natak Academy are lovers of art, and they have a vision for the arts, and it was easy to convince them that this festival has a future and it can be actualized.
Let me have the privilege also of welcoming all of you at this Meghu Theatre on behalf of the Sangeet Natak Academy, who remain one of the collaborating partners with the Forum for Art Beyond Borders, the prime movers and the spirit behind the Delhi International Art Festival, led by our friend Prathibha Prahlad. We shall continue to be with you, and I'm sure you shall continue to be with us in all our endeavors.
The open-air Meghdut Theatre, dominated by a giant and naturally sculpted bow tree, lent a magical ambience to the 7-day Indian classical dance event, featuring solo performances by eminent dancers of the country. This festival was enjoyed by a packed house every evening.
वासुदेवाय दैवकी नंदनाय च
It's so wonderful that a dancer like Prathibha Prahlad had conceived this idea, and I hope that it continues every year. It's an annual feature with all support that without which she has been trying to organize this festival, and I wish her all the best and the festival.
This is the first time I am enjoying the fact that the entire Delhi is full of energy, artistic energy.
The energy that it releases, the vibrations that it releases also magnify in the same multiplication, you know. And I think that the vibe that is left behind by something which is a continuing festival is far more intense and far more invigorating than you know, just a singular event which you know, is just like a you know, one frequency rise and then you know, comes back to normal.
इस प्रकार की प्रस्तुति से, इस प्रकार के आयोजन से एक जागृति आ जाती है लोगों में, मन में, कि हाँ ऐसी चीजें भी है, ऐसी चीजें भी है, ऐसी चीजें भी है. जितने मेरे इंद्रियां हैं सबका इसमें प्रयोग करके सुनने वाला, देखने वाला, चाखने वाला और बुद्धि लगाने वाला, पढ़ने वाला, क्या नहीं आया इसके अंदर.
I think it's a wonderful idea, and I'm really happy to be a part of this.
We are very happy that Prasidha Foundation and Prathibha Prahlad is really dedicated to this festival, and it should happen every year.
भाई I must say कि इन लोगों ने बहुत मेहनत की है और इतना खूबसूरत ये इंटरनेशनल आर्ट्स फेस्टिवल जो ऑर्गेनाइज किया है और मुख्तलिफ जगहों पर बहुत इसमें मेहनत लगी है इन लोगों की. कितने लोगों को जुड़ाया है और कितने इन लोगों ने एफर्ट्स किए होंगे. आई रियली गिव क्रेडिट टू देम. और वाकई ऐसे आयोजन होते रहने चाहिए. हमें समझती हूँ कि ऐसे आयोजन होते रहेंगे तो दिल्ली हमारी जागृत रहेगी.
An exhibition based on masterpieces from Ocean's Fine Art Library collection was inaugurated by Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit, who is also the chairperson of the Delhi International Arts Festival. The exhibition, held at Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts, included a small selection from the modern and contemporary Indian art, Pahadi school miniatures, and the Tibetan and Nepali Thanka collections.
This time we thought we'd just show a few of the great Thankas, which is now one of the greatest collections outside America. This is a small part of our archive library collection. We're very happy to support something that hopefully will become an annual event.
तो इतना लंबा फेस्टिवल दिल्ली में मेरे ख्याल पहली दफा हो रहा है. इसमें सभी आर्ट के लिए हैं.
It was an evening filled with colors of celebration as the Chief Minister, along with artists and art lovers of Delhi, reiterated their solidarity with the arts through the medium of paint and brush.
Delhi has really become the
culture capital of India, I think. And वैसे ही बहुत कुछ इस शहर में होता है, लेकिन ये एक अच्छी एडिशन हो जाएगी जो हर साल हम लोग जो आर्ट के और कदरदान हैं तो हमें वहाँ बहुत कुछ देखने को मिलेगा, बहुत कुछ सुनने को मिलेगा और यहाँ तो खाने के लिए भी मिलेगा because they are putting up stalls from Chandni Chowk in the town hall.
I think it's a wonderful idea to have all the arts under this festival being featured and so many artists being given an opportunity and people, all the Delhi residents having this available to them. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Simultaneous art exhibitions were also held at the National Gallery of Modern Art and the National Museum. Performances by international artists were supported by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations. Performers from Slovakia, Uzbekistan and Sri Lanka participated in it.
Now, I think the concept of a special festival for Delhi is long overdue. And I'm very happy that the initiative has been taken now because Delhi is a very vibrant city, it's a historic city, it's a cultural city. It has a definite culture of its own, but it's also, as the capital, the repository of culture from elsewhere. And we need to integrate what is happening in so many different dispersed areas under one umbrella and provide to the people of Delhi the entire spectrum of creative expression from music to dance to film to theatre to Sufi music and all of this. So it's the beginning and we hope that next year it will be an even bigger show.
Poetry lovers of the capital were regaled to an evening of Hindi and Urdu poetry featuring eminent poets and shairs of Delhi. The event was inaugurated by Dr. Hamid Ansari, the Honorable Vice President of India, who spent the evening with the poets.
हमें बना के तुम अपनी चाहत खुशी को दिल के करीब कर लो.
One of the goals of the festival was to embrace partnerships with newer venues and host appropriate arts. One such successful association was the architectural gem, the Cathedral Church of Redemption near the Rashtrapati Bhavan, where a concert of sacred music of the season with carols and hymns in many languages were held. The capital city minstrels choir was conducted by Gabriela Roda Reshna.
This event will bring people from all walks of life together, and as a church we are so very happy that we are part of this particular event, and our place is used as a venue for this evening of Christmas carols. In bringing people together, it brings a sense of unity, it brings a sense of belonging. It helps us to reinstate that even though there is so much of diversity, that we are still part of one country and we are part of one cultural heritage.
It is great that we can organize jointly this Christmas concert of the capital city minstrels, which is a kind of home choir for the Hungarian Information and Cultural Center.
The Crafts Museum complex at Pragati Maidan reverberated with the beat of drums as the strains of the bean lured the audiences to the colourful spectacle presented by the folk dancers. These dancers came from different parts of the country, courtesy the Ministry of Culture and the Sangeet Natak Academy, and became the irresistible lure for the foreign tourists. 7 poets, 7 languages. This was the spectrum of poetry covered by the Poetry Evening at the India Habitat Centre.
Her endless notes left for me little secrets, graces, trills recorded on blue and purple parchment to be lipped, tasted, devoured. Only the essence remains, its stickiness, its juice, its memory.
We have called it Saptavarna, the 7 colored or 7 hues. So there are 7 languages, there are 7 poets who are going to be different from each other. And languages are different, so there's a linguistic difference, and there is a poetic difference, an aesthetic difference, and we are celebrating this difference in the evening.
Anything we do for the arts is not enough. So any endeavor towards the arts is fantastic, and especially poetry and the written word, the oral tradition. We are reading in 7 different languages, and not often do the languages of India actually seamlessly sit together side by side.
Delhi has already become somewhat of an art capital of the country, and festivals like these are sure to enhance the prestige of Delhi as the capital of art. And I'm sure that with literature also coming in, it's going to be a major city for art in the whole country.
Classical music lovers of Delhi soaked in the cozy winter sun with strains of morning ragas rendered by masters, both in the Hindustani and the Karnataka genres, at the beautiful ambience created at the lawns of Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts, which had hosted this part of the festival. Srimati Gursharan Kaur, wife of the Honourable Prime Minister of India, inaugurated the event by playing the sargam on the Baul Mendicant's Ek Tara, adding a musical note to the festival.
I appreciate this endeavour at showcasing the various art forms of India and from abroad. I congratulate the organisers of the festival in the conceptualization and actualization of the festival with the entire kaleidoscope of the performing arts and visual arts that have been on display for the last 2 weeks. It has given an opportunity to the art lovers to savor various flavors of the art forms, both modern and classical, from all over the country. I must say the citizens of Delhi are very, very fortunate to enjoy this 3 weeks of art, culture, music, and all the art forms, other art forms, and we are very, very proud of having all these artists who have worked all their lives to attain what they have done all their lives with the hard work and dedication. wonderful concept, and I wish them all the very best. It's a rare treat for the people of Delhi. So I'm really delighted.
IGNC is very happy to be associated with this. It is a very well conceived, well thought out program. It encompasses all forms of art, inclusive. It's a very inclusive concept. North Indian, South Indian, visual arts, dancing, etc. So it's a very laudable concept, and I congratulate Ms. Prathibha and others who have worked very tirelessly to make this happen.
It should be recognized, the Indian music and the art and the dance. It will be one part of peace, It will give happiness, it will be help for peace of mind. The people, they are running to India. This weather is also very nice weather now in India. Any people, they can come to India.
Easiest way to attain salvation is only through music. I am very, very happy to present myself musically, and I thank the International Festival of this Festival of Delhi to have given an opportunity for me to be with the Rasikas of Delhi.
तो मुझे बड़ी खुशी है कि इस माध्यम से जो एक ट्रेडिशनल कला है वो आगे आएंगी और आगे वाली जनरेशन जो है उससे फ़ायदा उठाएंगी और समझेंगी और एंजॉय करेंगी और ये जानेंगी कि हमारा कल्चर, हमारा सिविलाइजेशन, हमारा तहजीब तमद्दुन क्या है.
Delhiites flocked to the Ashok Hotel for an evening of Sufi music that connected with every heart. The music of submission and surrender took both the singers and the audience onto a different plane.
পাগলের সঙ্গে যাবি চারে চরাগ তেরে জগন হামে চারে চরাগ তেরে জগন হামে मैं पंजवा जी गावणे आई बनावे पंजवा जी जगा जगा पंजमा जगा बने आइया बला झूले लाल सिंधड़ी दा सेवन दा सखीशा बाज कलंदर दम दम मस्त कलंदर सखीशा बाज कलंदर हली दम दम दे छाबो इलाके सब छीनी रे मोसे मैना मिला मिला के मोसे मैना मिला के मोसे
I think it has been a great organization and a great event. It is not one event, it is a series of events. I think in this sorry world you need these kind of diversions which produce so much of happiness and joy. And I think it's a tribute to the organizers, it's a tribute to the artists who have done such a wonderful job. And I have seen today's work and my God, it was fantastic. You know, at heart, I am a Sufi myself, and when I hear this kind of music, it transplants me, and I hope it does that to everybody else here.
A spectacular ghazal evening constituted the finale of the 17-day festival. The town hall in Chandni Chowk was the venue of this Purani Dilli Ka Ehsaas, featuring the famed hospitality of Old Delhi with Chandni Chowk specialities and food. The entire area was transformed into a fairyland as the strains of ghazals filtered through the night and brought back memories of a bygone era.
ये है कि तू बेमिसाल है कि तू बेमिसाल है
It's wonderful. First of all, I must congratulate the people involved in it, and because they have promoted our Indian music basically, and after a long time, like many ghazal singers like Pinaz, Talat Aziz and me, Bhupinder ji, we were there in the same platform, and wonderful listeners. So it's an excellent effort, and I must congratulate the people behind it.
I think this entire 17 days of getting arts together is a brilliant idea. The Delhi International Arts Festival is indeed a very difficult task to accomplish, and they have accomplished it wonderfully. I have to hats off to Prathibha, Prahlad.
Delhi has that culture, जो खास दिल्ली का कल्चर है वो आपको मिलता है यहाँ पर.
2007 saw the debut of a world-class international festival for the people of India. Their support for this festival has to be heard to be believed.
It's a rare treat for the people of Delhi.
I think this is the kind of thing which a capital city needs perhaps more than it needs the Commonwealth Games.
I think it's a wonderful festival for those number of days to promote different art forms.
Fantastic.
Well organized. This is the first day and I hope to come back every day.
ये जो फेस्टिवल हो रहा है ये तो बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम है ना.
ये कल्चर डिपार्टमेंट को पूरी कंट्री में कॉलेजेस में साल में ये मस्ट कर देना चाहिए.
I think it will go a long way in promoting classical arts amongst the youth.
होना चाहिए बहुत मात्रा में होने चाहिए ताकि लोग वापस उस environment को महसूस कर सकें जो पहले कलाओं के लिए हुआ करते थे.
We should continue this and have more such festivals.
It's good to have people who are honestly talking about certain artistic issues that need to be dealt with.
Really, this is unbelievable what I have the experience. This is all including what we have, the great culture of India.
We need to bridge to our ancient folk traditions and ethnic sounds. And I think for that aspect, it's done a fantastic job. To have arts from all over the world under one aegis is a beautiful thing.
So I'm really happy to be part of this festival, and it's very nice to see the audience come in and enjoy.
It's a very good thing happening to Delhi.
It's a beautiful opening for the youngsters.
And it's really a great work the Prathibha Foundation is doing.
People from abroad will come to know about India's great cultural heritage.
It was a very unique concept here, especially here in Delhi.
All over Delhi with the different venues. It's a very interesting thing.
We've come to perform here. This is kind of a huge platform for us.
ऐसे तो बहुत से international festivals हम लोगों ने attend किए, लेकिन ये उन सब से अनोखा है.
Definitely, I think it's a good idea to make it the cultural capital.
बहुत तारीफ के काबिल है.
Pretty cool, you know. It's a pretty interesting idea that's being explored. I mean,
perform करने के लिए इतना बड़ा stage दिए. I'm really honored.
I think that the audiences really appreciate this kind of thing. I don't think there are enough of them actually.
Great potential to actually explore newer territories while showcasing older spaces.
But this one also includes film.
I think we have a really
a feast to look forward to.
It's really a good assembly of great artists.
Well, I think these festivals are always a very good idea, you know, because people get connected.
It was such a nice ambience और इतने अच्छे audience थे यहाँ.
The quality of dance and music that I've seen in the theatre has been just top.
You can't ask for more. This is one of the best organized functions which I have seen.
I think it was wonderful.
I really hope that it sets the trend and this kind of a festival is held in other metros.
Performances were simply fabulous. It's a very nice idea, and to do it in this venue with a tree behind, it's really, with the lamps and things, it was pretty magical.
Oh, I loved it. It was brilliant, and I will be attending every day from now on.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's excellent.
Oh, excellent. Marvelous.
It's an amazing idea of bringing their own colors and art come together and celebrate it.
It's a very good one.
It helps to bring people and nations together and to understand each other's culture, of course.
बहुत सुंदर.
I think it'll be great if this carries on and maybe even more forms of art can be included.
It's a great platform for melange of art.
You don't get to see this often.
I think it's a wonderful system.
I think it's the first step in a direction that should have been taken many years back.
It's a very novel idea, something which should have happened much earlier.
दिल्ली में ऐसी सीरियस संस्थाओं की कमी हो गई जो आर्ट्स को भी और लिटरेचर को भी साथ लेके चलें.
It's very broad in scope, and I think that's one of the strengths.
I'm extremely happy to be part of this festival.
Absolutely great. There can nothing be better than this.
The youth will also know how different artists perceive our classical music and the depth of our musical system.
I think this is a great beginning of something which I can foresee. A huge thing is going to happen in future.
It's a very unique festival.
जहाँ तक मेरे को पता है दिल्ली में first time हो रहा है.
ये बहुत बढ़िया program है.
Such an opportunity for Indian artists living all over the world to come and perform.
हमारी असलियत, हमारी पहचान और हमारी जो खासियत है हिंदुस्तान की भारतीय.
I think it was very good.
I think it's fabulous. It's really fabulous. It's something that every city should have had.
And it was very extremely interesting to find out that such an international festival exists in Delhi.
For us, it's a sort of rare opportunity to see it in the country of origin.
Such a grand festival spread out all over Delhi in the lines of something like Edinburgh Festival.
They proved it. This kind of strong, very brilliant festival they are celebrating. They can do more and more.
I haven't found any festival so nicely organized and so long.
With all these economic developments, often it is forgotten that the cultural exchange is also important.
It must happen not only in Delhi, all other metropolitan cities.
This festival is very magnifique and beautiful occasion.
And I think gradually it will become one of the biggest and greatest festivals of the world.
I think people should take the utmost advantage of learning the arts, what they can about it.
An absolute wonder to me.
मुझे अपने आप को अब इंडियन कहले में और ज़्यादा प्राउड फील हो रहा है ये फेस्टिवल देखने के बाद.
मैं अपनी तरफ से बहुत शुभकामना देती हूँ कि ये इंटरनेशनल आर्ट्स फेस्टिवल बढ़ता जाए.